Hello, happy Saturday. I was just thinking I should probably try to share this. I don't know how to do that actually from my phone over to the group, but hopefully some of you guys catch this. So I've been commenting about how I want to put these lovely pages, let me get off my table really fast, into my albums. Look at these piles, guys. Look at them. There are so many to put into the albums. I'm not gonna lie, that is the part that I have unfortunately fallen behind on, is sticking these finished pages into my albums. And there's a lot of joy that comes from that. I think partially because I like to also look at them. So, Riley, you gonna help me? That was I don't think so, Mom. I did wanted to share a few of these, kind of a quick layout share. Well, this would take too long. This would honestly take too long. I think what I'll do is I'll stick them in my albums and then do a layout share where I just like flip through my pages if you guys want. A lot of these you guys have seen, but I was just looking at this one. Can you hold up the other side of that? I loved this page. I loved it so much. This was a previous Kiwi Club kit. Whoops. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to see. It was such a fun one. It's so fun. Yeah, thank you. She would be my Vanna White here. Oh my goodness, I don't even know how many pages I have that are just sitting here. Yeah, lots and lots and lots of good memories. Oh, I loved this one too. Really fun. So, I don't know if your guys' pile looks like this. I will share really quickly as well. So what I have to do first is, because I don't scrapbook in chronicle order, but I put my albums in chronicle order. And so I have to sort them by years first. And I do at least try to always make sure I put the year on the pages. So hopefully I did not fail on too many of them. I've learned that lesson, to make sure to always put the year when I'm contemplating in that creating process, right? When I'm kind of examining my pictures and reflecting on it, I always try to make sure to add, if I have a little notes and bits and pieces, I'll add those. A lot of my journaling lately is QR codes, which I've shared before, and there's a great blog post over on kiwilane.com that shares that. But yes, dates. Dates are super important. And then for me, let me see, can I flip this? There we go. So I have pretty much, we'll see how many of these get filled, because I'm sure I'll have pages that will go all the way back into like 2011, because again, I don't scrapbook in chronicle order. And I do technically have an album for each one of these years. I don't have like my baby or high school years, just basically the last 21 years. Okay, so here is a status update. So as I mentioned, I usually tackle this by separating them by years. So these are all the pages that have memories that were from 2020. I have some 2015, 2016. I ended up putting the 2005 and 2008. I didn't have much in that section. I also did that here. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'll go back through this pile, but I just didn't have tons of table space. So I decided just to combine those. And then when I tackle this pile specifically, I'll just separate it at that point. And so of course I did that down to, just 2021. What's this, 2022? So I have a few there, right? So just all over. And then this one is, actually, this is between 2000 and 2003. So I had quite a few there, so I'm going to have to re-separate those as well. But now what I'm going to do is I'll grab, say, like, probably do 2021. I printed a lot from my phone at that time, which was really fun. I always enjoy doing some present ones with the mix of some previous years. But I'll just take this pile And now I will pull out the album that I have assigned to 2021 and start to put it into the album. Happy Saturday, you guys. This is the weekend. This is still what my kitchen table looks like. I need it back. I need my kitchen table back. Eli, can you stop the dishwasher really fast? Just open it. I don't know if it's too loud or not. But hey, really quickly, so I was like reminiscing on some of these pages, and I know a few of you guys were like, hey, can you do a layout share? I will. I'm trying to focus on, of course, accomplishing this task, this daunting task. I really hope more than anything by me sharing this with you guys that we all learn from each other and try to not let it be so daunting in the sense of getting it to this point. I really have learned my lesson. I feel like, excuse me, this is where I needed to learn this lesson to not get here again. Good morning, Linda. How are you guys? So I thought I would share this since this has kind of been like a little side thing. I've shared some of these pages, of course, in the community, but I just found this whole pile related to pictures that I had at one point or another framed. So, 8.5 by 11s, and they're mostly family pictures, right? But I recently updated a lot of those frames, and actually when we moved, I didn't have as much wall space in my other home. So naturally it was like, okay, time to, not retire, but convert these into my pages. And so I created quick one-pagers. Sorry, I don't know why every time I go live, something gets in my throat lately. I don't know. But so just really quick one-pagers. I don't know if this may be true where you guys have some old family pictures. Oh, look at that. That's Maddie and Abby when they were just babies. And so just taking some 8.5 by 11s, trimming them down. I actually think this was an 11 by 14, and I trimmed it all the way down to like a square to place on top of this little large template that was in a previous Kiwi Club kit. But super quick and easy. I think this was some old close to my heart paper. I think it was close to my heart paper. Anyways, that I placed on top of one of a thicker cardstock. It was like thinner paper. So, using up some of those paper stashes at the same time, storing away some of these little memories. This one I had in my wallet purse forever. And so finally I took it out. I just had this huge random pile of these sporadic layouts. Ooh, this one was fun. This was just with the Nature Walk layout or scrapbooking kit, just the last release. So that was really fun to use up some of this Kiwi Club paper that I had left. This was the Stick With Me kit, I think. Anyways, super fun. All the way back, what is this, 2008? Look at all these fun family pictures. So 5 by 7s, this was also, and I trimmed it down just to kind of match them up on this page. This is when Riley was a baby and I just had 3 little kiddos. Oh gosh, what year was this? Did I not put a year on this one? Oh, right there. Yay, good. That is the other thing I will say. In my first video when I did a share of this whole process, I was telling you guys, I've really tried to learn to put dates on them, but I found, I've gone through it, but I made a pile of ones that I didn't. These are still ones I have to look up. Oh, it's so much more work too if you don't have a date on it, but that's because, again, I store them, so it takes me a moment to get them back into the years because I go by years here with my albums. And so put the pages in the albums and put dates on them at least is definitely the thing. I also have another step in this process that I've kind of find myself having to do too is the QR codes. I've matched them up. I've shared this process before too, but it is part of my process sometimes is I actually only have 2 more that I have to find the layout for because I had printed these after the fact when I uploaded them finally to our family YouTube as unlisted is what I do. And anyways, and so I do have to find those 2 pages. So that holds a lot of the journaling for me is QR codes a lot of times, but I do try to make sure to at least put the date on it. Yay. So 2008, this one too, guys, this was all 5x7s that I had in frames at some point. And so I really enjoyed using the nature walk for that layout. So you could see these little like side projects of mine, finally utilizing some of those previous family pictures that were in frames. Again, I just scrapbooked this one recently with the nature walk. Guys, the nature walk was so easy to use. If you have not played with it yet and you have it, I highly recommend taking it out. I mean, I feel like the designer templates help just simplify the process overall, right? Because you can kind of find this rhythm and get into that flow state more quickly by first visualizing your page with the templates, and then it's just a simple process after that. But at the same time, the nature walk really enhanced the simplicity. It was so much fun. I enjoyed creating this layout with it, even this one. Again, just kind of like my own little trying to get through some of these family pictures. So yeah, that's just been kind of a natural thing. And to see all of these finished results of kind of that goal of mine, right? To see all of these pages that got transformed and created using up some of those pictures. Okay, so I will say this is kind of fun if you happen to have some larger pictures, not sure what to do with them, right? So an 8x10 picture will fit on a 12x12, but some of these larger ones, like the 11x14s that I had, I trimmed down to as much as I could. Luckily I could. It wasn't too close on the, you know, us, the people in the picture. But then I just took it to the full size of the 12x12, and I just added one little border, simple little collection of elements here, right? And picture took up most of it. I did want a little bit of accent there. I think my mind was kind of like, oh, something balanced. So that was fun just to kind of decorate on top of the pictures as well. And so here too, I took some tags and just added a little decorative on top of the pictures to kind of give it a whole cohesive feel. So that was kind of a spread. Here, let me back up. So a great way, again, to take some of those pictures that maybe are larger, and it's fun. You don't usually, well, I don't usually scrapbook with that large of pictures, but I must say there is something really fun about that, taking a good amount at that 12x12 size. These are just some 5x7s and other ones, again, from the same series. I had it in like a collage on my wall, and so decided to update those pictures with some more recent family pictures. But lots of 5x7s, and 8.5x11s were in that collage. This was fun. I just took a pocket page, and then I just sliced that 8x10 picture to fit the different pictures. But then, of course, when they're all together, they're super fun. It's so little. So little. Another full page, super easy. One quick border, little maybe accent pieces, don't need much. Again, I decorated on top of the picture, wherever you might have some space like that. Super fun, super easy. Okay, so that's the last of my family picture photos. I, of course, will disperse them into the years, but I thought I would show those to you guys really quickly. This is my, what year is this? So also what I did is I organized them. I just did little sticky notes. So this is all 2020. I haven't finished that folder or that album yet. So these are all memories from 2020 that I need to put away. What is something else that I was going to show you guys really quickly before I put them away? I just showed these pictures, or these pages in the last layout share. Super fun. Oh, this is the last thing I wanted to share with you guys. I was sorting these out into their years again. So like by the sticky notes is kind of how I'm doing it. Now I'm going to get them into my page protectors now that I bought some more. So I'm going to stick them in my page protectors and get them into the albums because I ran out of page protectors, which is kind of why this is still sitting here. It's going to get done though. It's going to get done. I need my kitchen table back. Part of me also sharing it with you guys is kind of some of that accountability. So you guys hold me accountable. Be like, Susan, At the end of this day, you ask me, and I'll let you know. What was I going to say? Oh, I wanted to share this because I just loved that large leaf. For those of you that are club members, it was so much fun. And naturally, you can see just the many ways it was created with the kit itself, and also in the digital idea book, right, that club members get each month. But I just thought it was fun to kind of see. I used it multiple times because I loved it. But so this is more not your typical oranges and browns and like fall colors, right? But I loved it as that background foundational for those pictures. And that's always fun with larger pieces to do. It kind of is like a creative mat, you guess you could say. And so this one I really went, because I always get stuck with these sticker sheets. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to use them as best as I can just to get them out of my stash. Because, yeah, use the stash when you can. This one was what I actually created for the Kiwi Club. So it's, what is super cute. I love that club kit. But just showing versatility in this. So like, see, goes from that look to that look. Hold on, I have more in here. To another one using the same designer template. I did another one using that designer template. So lots of just variety in that. That was fun. I want to try that again with the pictures, but you kind of have to have pictures that are, I actually printed these smaller so that I could get them in the full frame of those cutouts. So super fun. I love that. And then I really had fun. If you haven't pulled out the triangles lately, it's really fun for this type of look too, where you have more of the patchwork. And I had these 2 pictures I've had forever. You know how when you take just random pictures? So those were kind of going through. So I definitely accomplished this last year or so trying to move through some of the random one pictures that I had, and also the family pictures that I took off the wall, but I wanted to make sure they were safely secure in the albums. So, okay, that is in a nutshell. I won't bore you guys too much more, but I thought I would do at least those basic layout shares. I am happy to get on and do kind of a recap. Oh, guys, I loved that layout here. I have to at least show that one. I remember this one. I loved the contrast, and I chose to put my pictures in black and white on this one. It was super fun. And it was fun to kind of focus on Lacey. She's grown so much since then. So this was, in 2020, we got outside and just walked because there wasn't much else you could do. But if y'all remember, 2020, right? Wasn't too far long ago, but it feels like forever ago, because that's life. That's life for you. All right. You guys are awesome. Keep me accountable. I'm counting on it. I really, really am. These are some of the most recent ones. Oh, we just did that video on the Starburst one. I should have pulled that one out. That was another fun take on the Starburst and just adding little washi tape, which I definitely went down the washi tape thing. I think we all did at some point. I'm very cautious now when I buy washi tape because I just don't utilize it as much as I thought, or I don't even know if I thought. That's the thing, I just kind of bought, but it was fun to pull it out at least to utilize on this with the Starburst effect. So if you didn't see that from, when was that? Thursday. We just did that live on Thursday. You can find it here on the page. Super fun on that one. And Beth Cooper, creative partner Beth Cooper, shared some pages she did with the Starburst design. And again, we have another quick live here on Facebook for those random ones, and with creative partner Lindsay Smith. And you can catch that basically starting in 50 minutes. So I will be back for that. So I better hang up with you guys so that I can make a little bit more progress, so that hopefully by the end of today I can come back and report that I did it. My goal is to get these into the albums. I'm so close. I have the page protectors. I have what I need. I'm going to do it. So Wish me luck. Wish me luck. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye now. Thanks for hanging out with me. See you guys until next time in the community, and keep playing to create. Bye, guys. Woo. Guys, I learned my lesson. It is brutal. Oh, I hate to say that, but it was a lot of work to clear that table of all those pages. But I was determined that it would not last one more weekend on that table so that we can eat again on the table. But they are all back in their albums. I am going to have to find out what to do soon. I might have to build these shelves again differently. These middle ones, they don't fit the 12 by 12s standing up. So I think I'm gonna have to, I don't know, maneuver it somehow. They are definitely filling up. And there's so many memories in there. So many. I am tired. I'm so tired. But I had to share this with you guys. Oh my goodness. I will try to do some album shares. Maybe some of the newer ones. It's so interesting to see once Kiwi Lane, I started scrapbooking with Kiwi Lane, my layouts started to change and I started to figure out pattern paper and all of that stuff. But for now, night. Good night, good night, good night. If you are working on putting pages together or putting them into your album, good luck. I am cheering you on. It is super satisfying, but I am tired.